Hey guys, welcome to the very first episode of Fresh Meat Monday. My name is Scott, the host of BigRigGamer. It sounds so cheesy. This is our first episode of our indie gameplay. The game we're tackling today is Dead Cells. Tons of fun. It's a roguelike indie game. I so far fallen in love with it. It's got Darksouls-esque roguelike features. So if you played Rogue Legacy, Faster Than Light, any of those type of things, Dark Souls, you're gonna love it. I promise. We'll start firing it up and I'll explain things. I played ahead a little bit because I wanted to not be a total fucking useless tart when I started. So if I start blasting through everything, my apologies. It's just I've gotten pretty good at what I'm doing, I think. But yeah, this is us. This is our character player. If any of you guys don't know what roguelike is, it's the type of game where if you die, you lose everything and you start over. It's super frustrating sometimes, but also it's really fun and rewarding when you do well. And let's talk to this guy. Yeah, you wouldn't happen to be the headless chap now, would you? Me? Thumbs up. ... Well, nothing to say for yourself. Oh, well, yes, I see the problem. Yeah, you got no mouth. He's just a fucking floating skull that was a gelatinous blob that rolled into this dead body. But surely you must have noticed. You can no longer die. Perfect. I still don't understand. Neither do we, but that's okay. It was like this with the others for a while. What others? Smartass. So yeah, that's pretty much. You can do better than this. I haven't done anything. Anyways, this is your starting. You can pick a side weapon for yourself. One's a bow. It's a bow. The other's a shield. It can parry stuff, and you won't take damage, which is incredibly important because, as being the Dark Souls type, if there's not a lot of healing that happens or comes around in this game. So if it ever shows up, you have to literally you gotta make sure you're blocking. You gotta make sure you're rolling and dodging, or you're gonna fuck yourself and restart. And I'll show you. That's a parry right there. If you're not doing all that, you're gonna forget. You're gonna have a bad time. Okay. But yeah, tons of fun. Like I said, I'm blasting through this. If you look in the bottom left, I'll explain things real quick. The weapons are color coded, so the shield's green, your sword is red. These are all relevant to when you level up, you get different skills. There's brutality, tactics, and survival. So these three different things will level up that according color, make it stronger. Make it stronger for you, and it does more damage per se, gives you life. That's a blueprint I just picked up, the blood sword. What you do with those is the cells. If you look in the bottom by the mini map, you'll see a little blue thing that just went up to 4. That right there is what gives you souls from Dark Souls. You use that to invest in skills and everything. Okay, hold up. Jesus fuck Christ. Yeah, you use those to invest in new skills, the blueprints and mutations, stuff like that. We'll show you it when we get to the... I know you're all dying. Open the chest, Scott. There you go. So, throwing knives. Perfect. Get rid of this fucking shield. Good old wooden shield is gone. And now it sits there all sad. Au revoir. What was I saying? Yeah, when we get to the end of the stage, we'll be able to... I'll show you the mutations and everything else and how to upgrade. Tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. Nope, nothing. Alright. Guess he's not that ticklish. Teleporters. These make you travel around a little bit quicker. Super effective. Because it's a little timer. At first I was panicked about what that was. It just turns out it opens up some extra doors. Oops, I don't have my shield anymore. I should have. It opens up doors for you that have special items in the back, behind them and all that. I'll show you this. If we make it, I'll show you. I doubt we'll make it on time because I've been chatting and talking and tickling sprouts of grass. So, what's that? Look at that. And I'm stopping to look at someone blew up inside of that prison cell. Yeah, moving on. All the candles in this game look like they're part of some sort of sound design. Look at this in the back. Always up and down. They could have done a bit better job of designing that. Overall, though, game is fantastic. I don't even care. Level up. There we go. A perfect example. Brutality, tactics, and survival. So every time you invest in one, you get 15% damage to that category, plus 50% health. The health does go down. So if I use brutality right now, next time I have it, it'll only be 30% increase. It goes down to 15, 8, 6. Then I assume at one point it just stops giving you health. I've never made it that far. I always die. But right now, let's invest in our brutality to make our main weapon stronger. And you see, like, it's a damage up, life up. Purple one now, the other two are lit up. So now that gives us a chance to level those up as well, if we wanted to. But I'm going to use this mostly right now, because it's new. So we'll invest in brutality. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Everyone. My one friend that's probably watching. Hey, buddy. There might be two of you now, actually. I've been forcing people to watch my shit. Ooh. So, anyways, I hope you guys are doing alright. Having a good time entertaining yourselves with, or I'm entertaining you guys with my videos, I hope. There you go, 30% for the health. I'll invest in the other one this time. But yeah, good times. I really enjoy making these videos. I've had a bit of a rough day with the recordings, though, because what ended up happening was I recorded like 4 episodes earlier, like an hour and a half worth of fucking footage, and it all got fucked right over. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. I lost it all. Like it didn't copy it properly. And then I recorded again, and then when I went to render, before I could save, it crashed again. And so I switched programs. Hopefully this fucking works, or I'm gonna lose my mind and just worse than this guy with the fucking water tank on his back and the herpes growing out of his leg. There's the candles doing their music stuff. You again, interesting. I'm the collector, and I'm about the closest thing to company you will get down here. In exchange for the cells you pillage from your foes, I can provide you with a few useful items. If you uncover any blueprints, I may be able to provide you with some more experimental items. So that's the blood sword. That's the blueprint we picked up. We can now invest the cells to unlock that if we want. First thing it makes you do is the health flask. Boom. So that lets us use a potion, which is super handy because this game does get really hard a little bit later in. Upgrade your health flask further, and you need those things. Gold recovery, so like if you die, you start the next round with 3,000 gold. So some things carry over that make your life a little bit easier, so you do get to progress. Right now, let's start with the blood sword. Let's get that thing unlocked so we can find it randomly in the game. 2 cells left. Gold recovery. There we go. Now it drops, and I can use it right away. Get rid of a rusty sword. And this bauble in the background here, see this thing? It's funny because the first time I'm telling you guys, but I've said this story 5 times now because of the recordings. This bauble in the back, I'm wondering how they got it into this fucking room. You know what? That ruined the joke. Good job, Scott. These are your mutations. These are like perks that you get, you can invest in, so it carries on throughout the game until you die. And then they don't change. You unlock more, kind of like finding blueprints. So brutality, 40 damage a second after killing an enemy, minus 37% cooldown, user skills, plus 2 HP when you kill an enemy, ammunition, and saves your ass if you die early death. For now though, we're going to use the tactics, because I like to use turrets and bombs, and it's super handy. This thing refills your potions and your health before you move on to the next part of the level. So Promenade of the Condemned is up next. Yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying these playthroughs. I do have fun making them and recording them. Not when they crash on me and break, but in general, I have a good time. And hopefully they're getting a little bit better too, because my first episode of Retropalooza was the most cringeworthy thing I've heard since a child screaming into a microphone. Like, it was the worst. And spoiler alert, there's a secret up here that I already know about. The Assassin's Dagger. Fuck yeah. Super handy. I'm not going to spoil what it does until I unlock it. Let you guys enjoy a little bit of this game because I've already seen everything. This is the gardener's house. You can't get in there yet because I don't have his key. I highly doubt there's... I want to know what that is. Oh, it's a Nerf gun. I bet. That Nerf bow. Anyone remember that fucking bow? I sure do. Yeah. Nope, we didn't make it. 1 minute. Fuck that guy. But yeah, our blood sword as well does bleed damage. So there's like certain weapons and stuff. Once you unlock more, you get a synergy going. So like if you have something that does burning damage, one of the weapons might even have like plus 100% damage on. Let's see, this one, perfect example, blood sword, plus 100% damage on a burning target. So if I lit someone on fire with like a grenade and I attacked them with my sword, it adds 100% of the damage. So when you start finding more things and unlocking items, you kind of can start playing around with the builds you want and thinking ahead. So like some bosses that you fight in this game aren't that easy, and like if you build around them to get to them, it makes it a lot easier. And there's ways to reset your shit too, so that helps to switch up the gameplay a little bit. Like some of them, like you can get like a thing that freezes people constantly, and then another one that like electrical whip and stuff. It's pretty sweet. We'll see what we can find. Maybe one will come up when we start running through this thing. Okay, this fucking there. Squish, squish, stomp. There you go. Okay. Okay, that's the rose. That's part of the gardener's keys. I can't get up there because there's a double jump thing I don't have yet. Yeah, let's go down here. Boom. So, again, sorry if I'm playing through real fast. I've done this too many times. And my next playthrough, like, frozen grenade. My next playthrough on the next game I play on Fresh Meat Mondays will be, you can swap them for triggers for your controls. Much easier. The next game I play, I'm going to go in fresh, hence the Fresh Meat title that I planned on using. That way you can experience everything together. If you guys like this Dark Souls type of gameplay, let me know and I'll pick the next game accordingly. If you want something funny, stupid, just put in the comments, send me a tweet, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. You can hit me up there and we can go from there. But I have one in mind right now, and supposedly it's a really good game. I'm not going to say what it is because I like to try to maintain a little bit of suspense. So we'll see when the time comes. Ooh, yeah, everything's frozen. Why is it frozen? Alright. I could use my grenade by accident. When the time comes, it'll pop up on my Twitter, and I'll put a, like this one I released a trailer. I'll do it again for you for the next game I'm playing. No, I can't. Well, maybe I'll release the actual trailer for the game so you guys know what I'm getting into instead of me trying to make my own. Because there's 0 point now that I think about it. Tickle, 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 tickle. There's 0 point now that I think about it because the professionals have already edited one for me. What time is it? How much gameplay do I got? I'm going to go a little bit longer. Let's get to the first boss. It's at the end of this. And, oh, shit. And then we'll go from there. Shite. If I can make it. I mean, I might fucking die. So, this one, you can only upgrade one or the other. We're sticking with the purple. There we go. Shit. There we go. Moving on. The turrets and bombs. There's cooldowns on everything. That's where, like, I thought that it was pretty important to invest in the purple one that gets me the percentage. Because it just makes it a lot easier when you can use them more often. If not, like that grenade that you see, the frozen one, lasts 18 seconds opposed to, like, I think it's down to, like, 10 now. What's that? Sandals. Spartan. This is Dead Cells. Sorry. But, actually, I think that's actually what the item title is. Also, if you push jump and down and B, you can do the slam. That does damage to guys. And it gets leveled up. Oh, this guy's a shopkeeper with his bindle on a stick. I can't afford anything. That's sad. Alright, moving on. What else? Is he sitting on a pile of gold or is that your dress? This guy's tied down. If I just stole something. No, never mind. I wouldn't want to fuck with them anyways. Teleporters. I think I mentioned this. No, I didn't mention it. It gets you around the map a bit quicker. Did I? I don't know. Fucking been talking all night. This dummy lets them have immunity, so we gotta get rid of that. Boom. Making my way downtown, walking fast. Something with my tick out. Yeah. Oh, what's that? Use the rune. Oh, perfect. A challenge area. Alright, well, ladies and gents, let's call it a night. I was going to make it to the boss, but instead, I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger before we go into this challenge zone, because I've never beaten one, and I'm going to try my best. Thanks for joining me on this first episode of Fresh Meat Monday. I've had lots of fun playing for you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying it as well. Hit me up on Twitter, give me a like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Really appreciate it. And I'll be back tomorrow with the next episode of Dead Cells. Take care. Peace.